Hello and welcome back to my channel. In this video I want to show you a little bit about what is making a MIDI keyboard or a MIDI controller into electronic drum channel. Okay, I promise it will make sense in a few seconds. As you may notice, there are two kinds of electronic drummers. There are those that prefer the electronic drum, okay, drum module, and there are those who prefer the electronic drum software, like I do. Um, and at some point, I understand that the people that prefer the drum module prefer it because of the simplicity that it brings. You just sit, turn on the module, and start playing. And the other simplicity that the drum module brings is that it actually have faders and knobs that helps to control different parameters into the drum module. Okay, so in that way you don't have, like we software drummers, so we don't have to drop the sticks to go to the computer, change the parameter, uh, you know, turn back again to the drum module, hit some pieces to see if the change is the one you want, then focus again into the computer, so far so forth. And electronic drum modules have faders and buttons that allows the drummer to control that with muscle memory. It's just a knob, you just move a fader and you change the parameter, and you don't need to even to drop the drumsticks. You, with the sticks grabbed in the hand, like something like this, you can change the knob, change the fader, and come back to play really fast. And that hassle is something that we drummer softwares face every day that we want to change anything. But I want to bring into your attention that there is this kind of hardware, like this one or like this one. Let me show you this. This is a keyboard that I used to have. It has amazing integration with Cubase, for example, that I'm going to show you how I make the integration into this computer. But also you have this kind of surface controllers, so-called surface controllers, with many knobs and buttons that allows you to control many parameters inside any software. Maybe at this point you're wondering how this kind of control is done. Well, as you can see, I have here the Superior Drummer 3 open. So I'm going to change to settings, sorry, audio MIDI setup. Then I select the MIDI device. I have my MIDI input, which is in my interface, and I have the Axiom Air MIDI in, which is the MIDI of this actual MIDI controller. Okay, I hit OK, and as you can see, I can trigger the sounds at the same time from my electronic drum module or electronic drum kit, and from the MIDI controller. But also, as soon as I move any fader, let me zoom in a little bit and change this here. As I change any, oh, sorry, come back again, don't fall down, sorry. And as soon as I change any parameter in my MIDI keyboard, you see that there is a parameter that is changed in the screen, and at the same time that parameter is sent into the drum software. So what I have here is that I need to go to the drum software, hit, for example, let's change the main volume, for example. Sometimes the main volume is already, oh no, it's not mapped. Okay, so I hit learn, I move the fader, and voila, it's assigned. Okay, now I can control the main volume just on this. Okay, let's say for example that I want to change a specific parameter or set of parameters. So I do this MIDI learn, first knob, MIDI learn, second knob, MIDI learn, third knob. And I can just hit start playing, and with my sticks in my hand, just change the parameter and go back to the drums and see if that is the change that I want. And for example, I can change even if I add, for example, an EQ, this one, and I have this parameter and I have other parameter, I should be able to hit MIDI learn, the frequency, and this for now, and the I don't know the level, for example the gain, MIDI learn, this one. So I do this and I have control over the parameters. The good thing in my MIDI controller is that I have many banks to control different parameters in the software. Okay, I have 3 banks, so I have 9 by 3, so it's 27. Okay, and in this case I have 8 faders, 8 knobs, sorry, which I can again MIDI learn, for example, do this and control the Q value of the parameter. So I have 8 by 3 banks. Okay, and also I can, for example, MIDI learn, play, MIDI learn, stop. I can play and stop and even hit record, for example. MIDI learn, hit record, and it's recording. Okay, and I can control pretty much any parameter that is available. For example, I can control how open and close are the hi-hats. Let me turn on the volume. And I can control all the parameters inside the software. And depending on the MIDI controller that you have, the surface or anything, you need to research a little bit. You have more or less good integration with Cubase. Let me show you. In this case, for example, I have Cubase 7 with the drivers of this MIDI controller, and as you will see here in a second, it is going to change the display into the controller mode. There you have it. Hyper control is called the thing that connects my MIDI keyboard into Cubase. And for example, I hit here, I create anything, and as soon as Cubase is open, I can start controlling the faders and in the mixer. Okay, let's hit this. Let's hide this one. And for example, I can choose here you see that I have selected the drums, the bass, guitar. It tells me. Sorry for that. Sorry. And I can change each parameter. I can select the different tracks with the buttons. I have different banks to control different things in the Cubase. And for example, here you see that I am controlling this, okay, these faders, and if I hit here, I can control the rest of the tracks. Okay, I can select each track from the buttons. I can, for example, change with this button here what it does, the button here. So I'm selecting mute, I'm selecting solo, okay, depending, and I'm selecting record enable. I'm going back again to select just the whatever I'm controlling. And if I am in a track that has an actual plugin, I just hit here in the center, and the plugin sometime will open up. And I can even control, for example, the parameters inside specific plugins. Okay, I have different plugins here, and I can control the parameters inside those plugins. As you can see here, maybe, I hope, I should be able to change those parameters. I go back to track and etc. It is going to depend on the kind of MIDI controller you have and how it integrates into the DAW. There are some controllers that, like the Atom SQ, that is perfectly integrated into Ableton Live and Presonus Studio One. There are others like the Machine that have better integration into, I think, Cubase. There are other like I don't know, Native Instruments, Complete Control, which is a huge keyboard, bigger than this one, that can control almost any parameter. And the fun thing is that you can see the view meters of the Cubase playing in the screen of the MIDI controllers. There is a plethora of different MIDI controllers and different levels of integrations that you can find in the market that are going to allow you to control your MIDI software. Thank you very much. It's kind of a long video. I can, of course, keep talking and talking about different things, but it is going to be a hassle for you to keep track of what I'm saying. So thank you very much for watching the video, and see you in the next one, where I hope to be reviewing a better keyboard or better setup than this one, where I have a way better keyboard, only keyboard, no faders, no nothing, and I will connect, I hope, one of these two surfaces that I have here. I'm still researching and looking forward which one is better to control Cubase and at the same time control drum software alone. But I will see. Maybe in a week or two I will be choosing one of these. The problem with this one is that I don't know how good it is integrated into Cubase, and there is not a single video on how to do that, even that the manual says that it is perfectly compatible. And I know that one of the parameters inside the device is perfectly compatible with Cubase, but I don't know at which level it is compatible. So again, thank you very much and take care. Bye bye.